Nighttime spectaculars have always been a staple of the Disney theme parks. What better way is there to end your day at the most magical place on Earth than with a big fireworks show? And when it came to the seasonal events, they didn't skimp out, creating new nighttime spectaculars for guests to enjoy. Out of all the seasonal fireworks show, one name stands out above the rest: HalloWishes. This showcased the spooky side of Disney, taking some of their creepiest songs and characters and putting them all in one place. It was perfect for Halloween lovers and is still fondly remembered by parkgoers as one of the best parts of the Halloween season. But what made it so loved even years later? Well, get your costume on and your treat baskets ready as we venture to learn that together. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is the annual Halloween event at the Magic Kingdom, held almost every year since it began in 1995. While some Halloween festivities were held at Walt Disney World before, there wasn't a dedicated Halloween event for any of the 4 parks. 2 things led to the creation of this event: the success of the Christmas events and Halloween events at competing theme parks. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party began in 1983 and quickly grew to a massive event, drawing in crowds during the slower winter season. What if they could do the same thing with the Halloween season? Meanwhile, other Central Florida theme parks began holding Halloween events of their own. Busch Garden Tampa's Hallowscream had been held since 1999, and Universal Studios would begin hosting Fright Nights in 1991, which, of course, evolved into Halloween Horror Nights. But these events could get pretty intense and mature. By providing a friendlier and less scary atmosphere, Disney could reach an audience that their competitors couldn't. Mickey's Not So Scary was held for one night only in 1995, and quickly grew from there. In 2019, the event was held for 36 nights, from August through the 1st of November. The event concluded with a fireworks show in traditional Disney fashion. The initial show was Fantasy in the Sky, which ran during normal operating hours. However, it was given an extra Halloween segment. The evil queen from Snow White appeared in Cinderella Castle, come to take Halloween back for the villains. She rode over Main Street, similar to Tinkerbell, and fireworks erupted around the castle. This version of the show played during the events until it was retired in 2004. Eventually, someone got the idea to do a proper Halloween nighttime spectacular for the event, instead of just recycling an old show. Having a dedicated Halloween show encouraged guests to come to the party. After all, if there was something different here than normal, then you gotta see it. The show would be developed by Stephen Davison and Eric Tucker, who previously worked on other nighttime spectaculars like Wishes and Illuminations. The music was all pulled from classic Disney cartoons and movies, from The Skeleton Dance to The Hunchback of Notre Dame, each with a spooky sound and theme, but arranged to be a more poppy, modern mood. The arrangement was handled by Mark Hammond and David Hamilton, and the vocals were arranged by Tim Davis. The nighttime spectacular would be officially dubbed Happy HalloWishes, a grim grinning ghost spooktacular in the sky, and premiered at the Magic Kingdom in 2005.
Magic Kingdom Park at Walt Disney World Resort in Florida also gets a complete Halloween makeover, from the shops and Disney merchandise to the incredible food. There are amazing Halloween events like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, featuring the Hocus Pocus villain Spelltacular.
The Sanderson sisters are back!
And Happy HalloWishes fireworks featuring Disney villains and remixes of their favorite theme songs.
A clock chimes, the lights around Main Street dim, and the castle goes completely dark. Ghostly screams and wails sound as Madame Leota says her incantations. Grim Grinning Ghost begins, slow at first, as the castle is slowly covered in green and blue light. Then, fireworks flash around the Magic Kingdom in a full 180 degrees, and the song picks up in tempo. The ghost host welcomes us to the show in traditional fashion. The Happy Haunts have gathered for a spooktacular celebration just for this season. They start the festivities by singing This Is Halloween from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Jack-o'-lanterns glide across the castle as fireworks erupt around it. The song fades and transitions into Scary Okie, a medley of thematically appropriate Disney songs, one right after the other. From Poor Unfortunate Souls to The Elegant Captain Hook, from Pink Elephants on Parade to Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf, the medley covers a wide range of spooky songs from Disney film history. The doorbell rings, because the mansion's got one of those apparently, and in rapid succession, several Disney villains show up to the party with their own musical accompaniment. Ursula with Poor Unfortunate Souls, Jafar with Arabian Nights, Oogie Boogie with his own theme song, and last but certainly not least, the mistress of all evil herself, Maleficent. The music continues to build, growing more intense as fireworks grow more numerous and spectacular. The show concludes with one more reprise of Grim Grinning Ghosts, encouraging guests to scream like they're trying to wake the dead. The ghost host bids us farewell as I Put a Spell on You plays us off. At the very end of the show, the ghostess urges us to hurry back, but not without Oogie interjecting. Thus, Mickey's Not So Scary concluded, and guests slowly made their way toward the exit. Here are some other facts you might not know about the show. It takes 4 hours to get the show set up and 7 technicians to do so. When it begins, 18 technicians are in charge of making it run smoothly. In 2008, the show was shortened from 15 minutes to 11 minutes. A few segments were cut, including everything with Maleficent, bet she was pissed about that, and the Scary Okie segment was shortened, cutting out Never Smile at a Crocodile, The Elegant Captain Hook, and the Skeleton Dance. All of the villains' living voice actors returned for this show, so Pat Carroll, Jonathan Freeman, and Ken Page reprised their roles as Ursula, Jafar, and Oogie Boogie respectively. Maleficent was once again voiced by Susan Blakesley, as she has done so in every modern production. The ghost host is an interesting case. For this show, he was portrayed by Kevin Michael Richardson. You'll recognize him for roles such as Shredder in the 2013 Ninja Turtle series, and Gantu in Lilo and Stitch. This was the first time he'd ever voiced the ghost host, and I don't think he's done so since. I couldn't find any definitive reason why, but it is what it is. However, the dialogue from Madame Leota and the Ghostess were archival recordings of Eleanor Audley and Leota Toombs Thomas respectively, pulled from the Haunted Mansion. HalloWishes was a massive success at Mickey's Not So Scary, and quickly became a staple of the event, and a draw for guests to come. As Not So Scary expanded with new experiences, including ride enhancements, meet and greet opportunities, and castle shows, HalloWishes persisted as a fun and spooky show for the whole family. In 2009, Disneyland would get its own Halloween nighttime spectacular, called Halloween Screams. The show, instead hosted by Jack Skellington, consisted of many of the same musical segments from HalloWishes. And in 2010, Hong Kong Disneyland got its own version, Nightmare in the Sky. The show continued to play in the Magic Kingdom until 2018. Unbeknownst to guests, HalloWishes was about to be retired. There isn't a complex reason or some backstage drama that explains why. The show had lasted for 13 years, and the art of the nighttime spectacular had evolved significantly since the show began. When you compare the show to something like the recent Disney Enchantment, the difference is clear. It had a good run, but it was time for something new. In 2019, an all-new nighttime spectacular premiered, Disney's Not So Spooky Spectacular. The show, hosted by Jack Skellington, centered on Mickey and the gang traveling into a haunted house at the behest of Jack's dog Zero, and meeting many of its spooky inhabitants. It features new animation projected onto the castle, a new score of Disney songs, and, most notably, a large-scale puppet of Jack that appears at the beginning and end of every show. Disney's Not So Spooky Spectacular might have played for many years, but the show has been on hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which is a shame because it's a really well done show. Hopefully, as things begin to open up again, we'll eventually see this show return to the Magic Kingdom, so it can get its own fan base, just like HalloWishes did. HalloWishes is a textbook example on how to do a nighttime spectacular, pulling from many different films and cartoons to create a fun show for any Disney fan. When you think of Halloween nighttime spectaculars, you still think of HalloWishes, even as it's been gone for years and likely won't be returning anytime soon. It's still fondly remembered by anyone who attended Mickey's Not So Scary. So while the Halloween season is upon us, pull up a video or two of the show and let the happy haunts guide you through the spookier side of Disney.
Happy, happy Halloween!
And that concludes the video. Now I'll pass the question off to you. What do you think of HalloWishes? Did you get to see the show for yourself? What are your favorite Disney Halloween traditions? Whatever your thoughts, let me know down in the comments. If you'd like to support the show, consider hitting me up on my Patreon or Ko-fi page. If not, then be sure to like and subscribe to see more of my stuff. But that's all the time I've got for today. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I hope you have a happy and safe Halloween. Take care.